Hey, Fearless Millionaires, I'm here in Massachusetts, right on a pond, a local pond. Actually, one of the ponds I used to fish on many years ago when I used to live in the area, before I started being international and investing remotely and all that good stuff. So I actually used to fish right here on this pond. If you didn't know that about me, I actually love fishing. But in this video, we're not going to talk about fishing. And by the way, if you can hear in the background, if you hear those sounds going off, pow, pow, that's actually a gun range, just like right down here somewhere. I've actually gone shooting there as well. I used to do a lot of shooting back in the day, but not so much here. I used to do a lot more in North and South Carolina. So the reason for this message in this video today is because I want to show you something that I just got in the mail that's really important, and it comes to the message in this video. If you're in business, if you're a real estate investor, do your friends, family members, neighbors, community, do they know you? Most of the time as investors, when we're teaching someone to do marketing in their business, we teach them to do it, in a different state or in a whole another location, right? Whether it might not be in their backyard, it might be in a different state that they're doing business in. But even if you're doing it in a whole nother area, what's important is that community, that locality should know you. You have to build a brand, and it's really about marketing. And the more that the world has gone social and the more that the world has gone online, it's so much more important to build a brand and a connection with people. So today I want to show you something because, in this group, we talk about direct mail for land and other virtual real estate strategies for single family or for short-term rentals or for multi-units. Direct mail is still a great option because a lot of people have gone digital, but we still have the post office box and the postal mail that still is a form of advertising. And there's no spam, right? There's no spam box in direct mail, as well as the delete button is not so simple. These kinds of things like hang around, okay? They hang around on the counter, and they hang out on dining room tables and all that kind of stuff. But here's one that caught my attention. I want to show you this, and maybe you can share in the comments below what your thoughts are about this one that I'm about to show you, okay? So the front of this says, well, I can't read it backwards. Let me go like this. It says in bold font up top, it says, "I'm interested in purchasing your property." And then underneath that, it says, "I will pay closing costs as is condition with no real estate fee or inspection." All right, so you see that? I'm interested in purchasing your property. So someone who's motivated to sell. I will pay the closing costs. That's a benefit. As is condition, I mean, someone doesn't have to pump more money into the property, with no real estate fee or inspection. Now, when it comes to inspection, they might be talking about home inspection. So that verbiage right there usually has to be an inspection period, especially a due diligence period. So the no, I can understand the no real estate fee, like an agent fee, but no inspection. That is a tricky line. I don't think that's a good line on this letter. And then right now underneath it says call now, and it has the person's phone number. Okay. Now I haven't called his phone number yet. I don't know if it goes directly to his cell phone. I hope it doesn't. It should take the person through an automated system, especially if you're doing a direct mail campaign. When you're doing a direct mail campaign, if you took a bunch of personal calls and you dropped like 500 of these or at least 1,000, guess what? Your phone's going to blow up. And I take it he probably just did a few, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to read the back of this part, and I want to show you something that's like really important that makes a lot of sense here. One, he makes it really personable by showing his face. You see that? See how he shows him and his son right there? Yeah, you see that? He's showing him and his son, and that just makes it more personable. Also, it goes into the next part within this letter. I'm going to show you what it reads. It says, "My name is David Oliveira. I'm a local professional," right? "I'm a local professional real estate investor and licensed real estate agent in my community." That's really important. Remember, if you're an agent, you don't have to be to become an investor. But if you are an agent, you must disclose that. You must disclose that you're a real estate agent. So he does that very well in that area. Then it says, "I work with Lion Gate Real Estate." So now he's stating the firm that he is associated with, whether it's his firm or he's just an agent for that firm. At least he's stating that. Next, it talks about his mission right under that. It says, "My mission is to invest capital to refresh properties in this area and surrounding areas." Okay, you see that? He mentions the area and surrounding areas. So now he's basically mapping his territory, letting you know again that he's local. I work with many contractors locally to do this. Okay. I am ultimately looking to purchase a home for myself and my son, Hunter. Again, he makes it more personable by saying he's looking to purchase a home for himself and his son, Hunter. And again, he puts that little cute picture of both of them right there. He kind of states the terms, right? He kind of states what to expect. So the next thing he states is the general terms will be further set forth in a formal purchase and sale agreement form. Okay, in a formal purchase and sale. So he's letting them know we're going to do a formal purchase and sale agreement. Acquisition is based upon the following. All right, so purchasing is based on the following. First of all, he puts in bold, if you can see that right there. See that right there? It says closing date. You see that? Closing date, it says 20 days or less, or as long as you need. I love that line because he's basically setting up his due diligence period. 20 days or less. Now he's setting up the due diligence period, but he also says no fee or inspection on the front. So the inspection line, I think, on the front needs to go away. If someone does need to close in 40 days or 60 days, that's great for him. Now he can set his contract up for, let's say, a 60-day close, right? A 60-day due diligence period. Great win there. Next, he says, closing details. I will pay closing costs. Again, he's restating what he put right up here. I will pay closing costs as is condition with no real estate fee or inspection. I would like to meet with you before you accept any other offers. How cool is that? I would like to meet with you before you accept any other offers. This is because when someone is motivated to sell, they may be either getting other, letters or cards like this, or someone may have proposed to them an offer. So he's saying, I'd like to meet with you. Then it has his contact information and his phone number. That's probably his direct cell phone number, which I don't recommend. Especially if you're doing a blast mailer like this, it's can be overwhelming. And his phone, he'd spend most of the day on his phone, weeding out people from hot leads, like ready to sell now, to someone who is not so ready, maybe just inquiring, answering questions. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you because there's a lot of important parts in here where he's basically letting his local community know what he's doing, who he is, and he's picking up deals. And you know what? He's gonna make money from this. He's going to make money from this. He's gonna make money whether it's in business relationships, people knowing him. People will keep this. It's a very personable postcard. And or he's going to get deals out of it for deals now. He's going to get someone ready to sell. He's going to help people out of this situation. It's a very soft postcard. Soft meaning personable and relatable and not a very hard marketing sell. Okay, it's just very soft, very pleasant, letting him know he's buying in the surrounding areas. That's a very good marketing piece. I really like this, and I wanted to share this with you. And the message to take away from this, not only the breaking down the postcard, but I want you to remember that people need to know who you are. If they don't know who you are in your community or the area you're investing in, good luck. You need to build a brand, a persona. You need to build your community, build business in your community. You could do it in your backyard, or you can do it in another state. But if you're doing it in another state remotely, that's okay. They still need to know you in that state. Does that make sense? They still need to know you and that you have a presence there. And that's really important. Not a physical presence. Remember, I invest in North and South Carolina. I don't live there anymore. I invest in Florida, and I invest in different countries. It doesn't mean I physically live there every day and wake up in that area, but I still make a presence there through the marketing that I have a local presence there, okay? Really important. All right, guys, go out there, and if you learned something or you have questions about this, post your questions in the comments below. All right, see ya.